This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now, today's video is a bit of a follow-on from last week's video where I was talking about ways of breaking out of the pentatonic scale, basically, just to create a little bit more interest. And one of the things that I mentioned in that video last week was a good way to break out of the pentatonic is to start adding in chord notes from the underlying chords that you're playing over. So I thought what I'd do today is give you 5 licks that I found really useful when I learned them, all licks from well-known songs. I found them really useful when I was learning them because they work over what I call stock chord changes. You know how many songs are based on, kind of standard sets of chord changes? Well, if you know some licks that fit over those standard types of chord change, then it's much easier to start including that chord note sort of stuff in your solos. So what follows now are 5 licks that taught me how to play over chord changes. Here they are.
Lick number 1, A minor to E7.
Okay, so you might have already recognised that one from that little demonstration there, but it comes from a very famous song by a band with a name something like the Beagles, and they did a song about a certain hostelry in a state that borders Nevada. And if I say any more than that, I'm probably going to owe Don Henley a lot of money, so I won't. But anyway, it basically works. Originally, it's in B minor and goes like that, but for the purposes of this demonstration I've taken it down to A minor, and basically you can see that you've just got a little bit of A minor pentatonic there for that part of the lick, and then it lands on this note here at the point when the 5 chord, the E7, arrives. So it's a very useful lick, and it would work just as well over G minor to D7, or any other key where you're going from a minor 1 chord to a dominant 7th 5 chord, basically A minor to E7 or G minor to D7, that kind of thing. So that's that one. Next,
Lick number 2, C to G.
okay, this one comes from the Pink Floyd tune Mother from The Wall. Watch out for a solo analysis of that particular solo coming up sometime soon. And it just basically uses chord tones. It goes like this. So these 2 notes here are a C and an E coming from a C major chord, and it's going down to a D and a B from a G major chord. So it works over C to G, so you can transpose that to work over D to A or A to E or whatever. Again, it's that major 1 chord going to a major 5 chord. Great little lick to use, nice one to just throw in. You're going to come across that chord change or versions of it in many a song, so there's a lick you can use over it. Next,
Lick number 3, A minor to F.
okay, this one, probably the most recognisable ones of all of these that I'm doing here. Basically, it comes from, that, well, I think we know what song it is. There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold and all that. And basically, A minor pentatonic, coming down there like that, and then eventually ending on the F note because the chord has gone from an A minor to an F. Again, a massively kind of commonplace chord change that you're going to find in many solos and many songs. So there's just a stock lick that you can use over that chord change. Transpose it up here and it would be D minor to B flat, you know, or E minor to C, or, you know, G minor to E flat. And, you know, work on little variations of it like that and make it your own. So that's, again, A minor to F, massively widely used chord change, and there's a lick that you can pull out of the bag anytime you see anything like that. Next.
Lick number 4. A minor to D.
Okay, another recognisable one. Let's not mince words. This is Oye Como Va, Carlos Santana, or Tito Puente, if you prefer. And the, you know, it's working over an A minor chord to a D chord. So anytime you've got that kind of movement, minor chord to major chord, minor 1 chord to major 4 chord, then you can pull that lick out. You can actually see what's happening, you know. Straight ahead minor pentatonic, and then 2 notes from that chord there. So you're going to find that chord sequence, you know, in lots of stuff. It's essentially a Dorian mode thing, and that's just a nice little lick that you can use with it. You know, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. Bend up to that note there like that. Just disguise it a little bit, make it your own, but get the general principle of it. And as I say, a good lick to have in the toolbox. Next.
Lick number 5. E7 to A minor.
Okay, from Sultans of Swing, there's this isn't even in the solo. This is just one of the little licks that Mr. Knopfler puts in between the in the vocal parts, where he'll go. That's over the A7 to D minor in Sultans of Swing, but I've transposed it here to E7 to A minor because that's the key that we're in. And some fairly obvious things you can do with that, you know, like that. Get that D note there as a bend and bring it down to the C, or maybe you know, kind of bring it down an octave, something like that. Again, lots of stuff you can do with that. And you know, E7 to A minor, you're going to find that chord change happening in loads and loads of songs, so it makes sense to have, you know, a couple of licks, and there's one of them that you can use that will work over the top of it. So there you go, 5 licks that basically taught me how to play over chord changes. Have fun with them. And of course, all of those licks are tabbed out in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats. And, you know, that clip that you've just seen there of me demonstrating and explaining the licks, all of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, and the link is in the description. Now, on Saturday, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a full-length solo using these licks and developments of them. As I was saying in that little clip, you know, how you can vary them and make them your own. Maybe move a note up an octave, maybe move a note down an octave, move the whole thing around an octave or something like that, but basically taking the basic DNA of those licks and, you know, kind of coming up with a solo based on them. So that's coming up on Saturday. And that is pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you found the video useful, informative, and maybe even a little bit inspiring. And if you have, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not give me a like while you're at it. Don't forget the live stream, 5 p.m, as I'm sure you know, every Friday, UK time that is, 5 p.m. on a Friday, where we just sit around and have a beer and a chat and talk about things guitar and music related. It's a great way to kick off the weekend, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.